Hey everyone, my name is Emmanuel Knafo. I'm one of the founders of DevOps Shield, and today I'll show you how to install the Docker container version of DevOps Shield onto GCP or Google Cloud Platform. The first thing you'll want to do is on Docker Hub search for DevOps Shield, and that's with two S's. You'll find our container DevOps Shield / DevOps Shield, and a great document here with a table of contents to show you how to install DevOps Shield either as a Docker container locally on your machine through the command line or through the desktop, or in one of the three major clouds. I have a video for each one of these, but today we're going to focus on GCP. More specifically, we're going to be leveraging Google Cloud Run. Cloud Run can be, the console can be obtained by clicking on this hyperlink, but I already have it open right here. So notice I'm in Cloud Run. I don't have any services yet, and I'm about to create one as we speak in this video. Let's go ahead. Let's create a service. So the first thing you'll want to do is type the name of the actual container on Docker Hub, which is DevOps Shield, right? So let's go ahead and click that right here. So notice I have DevOps Shield / DevOps Shield. You'll need to put a service name, call it what you want. I called mine DevOps Shield - GCP - demo. Let's change the number here, perhaps to 002 right here. You could then pick a region if you're happy with this region, or you might want to change. So I'm actually happy with US Central Iowa. I'm going to leave that there. So you can decide whether CPU is only allocated during request processing or is always allocated. It's up to you. But of course, if I click on here, might be the more stable version. You can also leverage free tier prices, but you will be charged continuously. It's like always on, basically. Now, the ingress control, I will allow anyone access from the internet. You can require authentication and so on with Cloud IAM. I'm just going to leave it to allow on unauthenticated invocations. And then finally, there's a couple of more settings you'll want to fix right here. The first is to ensure the container port is 8080, which is the case right here. And the second is you're going to want to increase the RAM, perhaps 1 gig or maybe even 2 gig or even bigger, depending on essentially how many organizations you want to scan. Azure DevOps organization. Now you can add health checks. I'm going to leave it like this. Just take the default health check that they're going to suggest. And that's it. That's all it takes. You can go ahead and create now. And then we'll wait. We'll wait for the deployment. There's a few, while we're waiting, I may as well keep talking. There's a few interesting things right here. Notice I have my port 8080. It is the container DevOps Shield / DevOps Shield. I do confirm my memory limit right here of 1 gigabyte, and nothing else I did, right? So I didn't do any volumes and so on, right? So it's a relatively simple deployment. There is one health check that got installed right here, as you can see right here. And notice we're already green. So it's actually already running in region US Central, and we even have the URL. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up in a new tab. And there you go. We're already logged in. Pretty quick. We have the DevOps Shield GCP demo 002 ending in a.run.app. This is basically telling us we're in the Google Cloud right now. There is a secure certificate automatically generated for us, and we are indeed running the latest version. Of course, for the first login, you're going to want to click on the top right. And as the hint says, you're going to want to say DevOps Shield username and DevOps Shield password. I'm going to go ahead and log in there. And the first time, you're going to want to change the password. I often like using suggested strong passwords. You can put your own. So I'm going to go ahead and use that suggested random password right here and click on change password right now. And that's it. We're as simple as that. I can go ahead and go to the dashboard and we're up and running. So this is probably the fastest installation of all three clouds, but not as fast as running a Docker command, which is even faster. In any case, once you're here, you're going to want, there's no resources yet, so you need to scan your first Azure DevOps organization. You're going to want to do that by setting this up, clicking on the admin section on setup configuration all the way on the bottom left, and then click on the blue button, quick setup, get started. You'll just need to fill in a few fields right here. So the tenant ID, aka Azure Active Directory ID, aka Microsoft Entra ID, that's what it is today, of basically the tenant that is backing up the Azure DevOps organization. So chances are that if you're logging in with some tenant, at devopsshield.com or whatever your domain name, that's the tenant you'll want to leverage. And so look for the tenant ID and as well put the tenant name. It doesn't have to exactly match your tenant name, although no reason why it shouldn't. Finally, the organization name has to be the name of the Azure DevOps organization that you first want to scan. And that, of course, does need to match your Azure DevOps organization. So if you're looking at dev.azure.com/DevOps Shield, then DevOps Shield would be your organization name. Finally, the PAT access token will be the best is to take a full PAT token, so you get the full overview of all the settings and all Azure DevOps resources. You'll want to leverage that full PAT token and place it right in here. Once you're done with that basic information, you'll just simply click on Start Setup Now, and that will basically install your, configure your DevOps Shield app, and also run your first scan. So thanks for listening. Hope you go rush to install this. Give us your feedback, and looking forward to hearing from you.